Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your MesaRidge 338 VHS bunkhouse travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, leave plenty of room for your awning to come in, or your slide to come in and out, but also your awnings. Them will come out further, so leave plenty of room for them. And your off campsite, of course, your slides again, but I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. So leave yourself a nice walking path here, because on your unit, your power is going to plug in on the very rear corner of the driver's side of your tow vehicle or your off campsite. Then your water is going to connect back here on the end. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and unhook your hitch, first thing you're going to do is level your unit. Your unit does come with a power tongue jack. Got a night docking light. Should you drive at night, simply extend or retract till you got your unit level. Under this rubber stopper is a manual override. Hand crank goes on there. That'll run this up and down if you lose power. Speaking of power, check your battery posts down then. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose coming down the road. Once we've got our unit level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. Your unit has power stabilizing jacks. All you can do is hit extend on this. As you do, sometimes one side will come down before the other. I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, and hot blacktop. Run these down just until they're taut. Once it feels like it's going to start lifting the unit, go ahead and stop. Once you got them down, tighten your bolts down on your extend arms there. Just remember to make sure you unloosen them before bringing these back up. You'll have them in the front and the rear. Once we got them down, our unit's level and stable, we can hook up our power and water. Show you your rear stabilizing jacks. Right up underneath your power here. Show you those extending real quick. Run them back up. 50 amp service here on the back. At the end of this 50 amp service, should you need it, in your convenience pack is this dog bone, they call it. Bring you from 50 down to 30. And if you need, you can go 30 down to 15 to plug into a 110 at home with this. Got your power hooked up, let's hook up our water. Docking station's here on the rear. Nice area here to run your hoses through. Hook this up here. I'm gonna remove this spray port. Get this out of our way. See where that hooks up. At the campsite, so we're going to hook up to city water. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in the unit. I always use this when putting fluid in here. Hook that up to your city water connection. Hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Let's find your hot water heater. Over here on your off campsite, behind your front slide, is your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point, folks, is making sure our drain plug's back in. Get some plumber's tape around there. Get that in there nice and snug. Once that's in there, you can go ahead and turn your hose on. Now if your hose has been on for a little while, our unit's level and stable, you can go in and deploy your slides. But what I want you to do is get inside and get to your water taps. Open up your water taps, get all the air out of the lines. Once you got a steady flow of water going through them, then you know that your hot water heater is full and you can turn that on from indoors. There is an on-off electric element right here. The only time you ever want to turn this on here is if you're hooked up to 110. Otherwise, just turn it on indoors. Hot water heater doesn't seem to be working. Come out here and look to see if these are bubbled up. If they are, simply press them back in. They're a reset. And your pressure release valve. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water. We're going to go dry camping somewhere, or boondocking as they call it. In that case, we're simply going to fill up our freshwater tank. Hook your hose up there, again with your water pressure regulator. Turn that on. Go inside, and where you check the levels of your battery and black and gray tanks, there's also a freshwater button. Hold that down, that'll tell you when this is full. Once it is full, remove your hose, and then in order to utilize that water, you're going to want to turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water, that's already pressurized. Alright, we're all set up to camp with power and water. Let me walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit here, starting here in the docking station. Again, city water and fresh water. Black tank flushes. You got 2 black tanks will flush on this. Again, your outdoor shower with your spray port that'll go on there. You have a ladder, utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year and check the seams of your roof. Caulk as needed with recommended caulk, RV caulk for your roof. You also prep for a Furion backup camera. Device you can purchase from our store. It sits on the dash of your tow vehicle, giving you a backup camera for the unit. Again, coming around the corner here, power stabilizing jacks and power. Coming down your off camp side. There's one place we'll dump our black and gray tanks. Over here's some access to the back of your fridge. Here's where we'll dump our other black and gray tanks. Also have our low point drain and our fresh tank drain here. Your hot water heater. Storage on this front slide. Pass through storage here. Have a docking light. That's your white lights right here. Inside here is your 12 volt, is your battery disconnect. This will disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come important later when I talk about your 12 volt carbon monoxide propane detector. Speaking of propane, your propane does come with a cover and is on a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty loosey to open. You go from red to green on here. Again, your batteries. Here you prep for solar. You can plug in a solar panel here and that'll trickle charge your battery. Prep for TV out here. Plug in TV here and cable or satellite over here. Your big awning. Big porch light. Both these awnings are auto. All you have to do is press one button and it'll come out. I'll show you that when we get inside. Coming back here to your outdoor grill. Bring that out. Hold this up. That'll turn your gas on. You have to shut your gas off in order for this to go back in. Press your buttons down. Usually both at the same time. There it goes. You also have a prep area. Lighting. Sink. And a quick connect LP out here as well. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look inside your unit. So the first thing I'd like to point out is these doors. MesaRidge came out with this new handle. People pull on it and have a problem. The trick is press in a little bit on the top. See how easy that was? Pulling, just press in a little bit and it comes out. Come inside your unit. First thing I'd like to point out is your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. Coming in immediately to your left, you've got a closet up top. Down bottom is your control panel. Before I start, you can download the apps from Google Play or the App Store and run all of your lighting, your slide outs, your awnings, stabilizers, leveling jacks, everything from your phone. So a really cool app, hook that up. Or you can do everything manually. Lots of lighting here. Your black or gray tanks, that's to test them. Test that black tank or that black tank. Here's your freshwater button. That's the button I said you can hold down to tell when your potable water is full. Black and gray tanks. Over here's your slide controls. Here's your awnings. One touch. I'm going to lift it up. Touch retract. Turn it on. Lift this up. Touch retract. Now start bringing your awning in. So there's just one touch there. Below your control panel is an access panel to your breaker box and fuses. A ton of 15s in there, a 20. Highly recommend having a handful of those with you when you go camping. Over here on your island, down here is your 12 volt carbon monoxide propane detector. Now the reason I mentioned this 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you are out dry camping, nothing plugged in charging your battery, use your battery disconnect to keep this from running your battery down if you're going to be gone all day. That's the individual lighting here. One touch lighting. Big Whirlpool fridge. Self-explanatory microwave. It does have a light and a high and low vent. Glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Let's fold that up. Come down here. Turn this to light. Hit your spark. And when your gas is turned on, that'll light in here. You have a panel light. Same thing on the oven. You do have a pilot light to get in there and light. Rock this down for an oven light. Over here in the wall is your thermostat. Let's crank the air up. AC on. Shut the AC off. You notice that'll cut off kind of quickly. Now I'm going to turn on your heat. This is hard for you to read, but you just turn it to furnace. Turn the temperature up. Get the furnace to kick on. And what you'll notice is there goes the furnace. What you'll notice when I shut the furnace off, change the mode to off, it takes a few minutes for the heat fan, the furnace fan to cycle through before it shuts off. And right here will be some remotes for your sound system, your TV, and your fireplace. Crank your TV up here. There's that working. Below that, RV Technology sound system. Turn that on. Pick up a channel here. So we got music indoors. Shut that off, just have it outdoors. Or shut them both off. Or turn them both on and rock the whole campsite. Bluetooth AM FM DVD, no DVD player, excuse me. Bluetooth AM FM auxiliary hookups. Nice system. Fireplace, not just for looks anymore. I can make this brighter or dimmer, but the biggest thing is to crank the heat up. Turn the heat up on this thing in the morning or evening when it's chilly. Instead of using your gas, if you're plugged into a campsite, turn this on. Use the electricity to get it warm in here. Your remote back in this drawer. Sectional here. Let me show you real quick how to set up one of your tables. So pull out your legs, twist this all the way to the left until it's standing up a little. What that's going to do is it's going to slide right down into that slot. Once it's in that slot, turn this to the right, and it snugs itself in, and set your tabletop up on top. So you have two tables that are set up like that. Show you where to put that away. Store under here. Turn this to the left, and that'll loosen that up to remove. I'll try to show you real quickly how to do your sectional into a bed. I'm going to set this up to see this good. So we will remove our back cushions. They're just velcroed on there. You're going to reach down here and grab these two handles. Pull this towards you. Like so. And then just flip your cushions back. There's your sleeping area. That'd be better with the cushions pushed all the way down, but that's how you do that. Grab our cushions, flip them forward. We're going to grab both those handles at the same time and move everything forward. Lift up, shift back, and turn our Velcro cushions. Just that quickly. Get back to your sectional. Let's go back into the bedroom. Here's your extra bunk area. Heard you're having that strapped down. Extra thermostat in here. Lighting. Another door to snap back. Make sure these doors are snapped open for travel. Same thing here in your shower. Make sure that this is snapped closed. In your bathroom. Lighting. Max air vent. Just hit fan on. That will open up and turn on your fan. Hit off. And that will close your vent and shut your fan off. 110 with GFCI reset. Coming out of here. Shut off our lighting. And we'll head back to the bunk room. Smoke alarm. Not much to talk about back here, except you can remove this table. Simply lift the top off, remove your legs, set your tabletop down on these. Cushions on top gives you another sleeping area. Sleeping here. Hand crank open vent for back here. Prep for a TV, 110. And your extra bathroom. A little plumbing to maintain in both bathrooms. Keep an eye on your plumbing. You're bouncing a house down the road. Vent, hand crank open. Closing doors and shutting off lights as we're coming out. Let's act like we're getting ready to leave and close the unit up. First thing I like to do is come to my control panel. Shut off all of my lighting. Everything's off. Then I can look and see any individual lighting that I need to walk through the unit and shut off. All of these are one touch. all of our lighting's off in the whole unit. Then I can come back over here and just turn on my main lights, which is hollow white. I can turn these ones on because I can get to those with the slide in. Doors and drawers. Make sure that all doors and drawers are closed, that nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. And I start bringing them in. I'm going to start with slide 4. Do one right here in the living room. So you have to have this door to your control panel closed in order to be able to close it when we're done here. Not going to be able to reach these lights, so I'm going to reach in there and shut them off. Bring in number 3. See this one? Slides are in, lights are off. Exit our unit. Now for these steps, the biggest thing you want to remember is to have your exterior door all the way open. Otherwise this could catch on it when it comes in. Lift this up, set it inside, lock that in, lock and deadbolt your exterior door, lift and turn this handle. Your door is ready for travel. At this point, we're going to unhook our power, our water, and our cable. Lock up your outdoor kitchen. Come on around here and dump our low point drains. For the campsite, we're going to dump those too. And if we're boondocking, freshwater tank drain, pull that handle, hook up your hitch and head on up to the dump station. Now you've got 2 dumps on this, one in front of the tires, one behind the tires. We're going to start in front of your tires. You do have a 10-foot hose that comes in your convenience pack. You can get a bigger, longer, stronger one and hook up a Y, but just remember to do these one at a time. Hook up your hose, pull your black handle. That's going to be your sewage. Once it sounds like that's no longer draining, or someone goes in and opens up the control panel and holds down the black water button, flip to black tank 1 on your control panel to read that. Once it looks like it's empty, leave that black handle open, come back here and hook up to your first black tank flush. That's going to be your front one. Hook up your hose and let that hose run for a good 5 minutes. That's going to wash out all that nastiness out of your black tank. Unhook that hose, come back here, make sure it's done draining, close your black handle, pull your gray handle. Now your gray handle is going to be cleaner water, it's your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out a little bit for you. Once that's done draining, remove your hose, close that up, come back here and repeat the process. Back here you're going to hold this black holding tank. Once that's done, come back here again, black tank flush your second black tank with that black handle open. When that's done, remove your hose, close that black handle, pull your gray handle. Again, sinks and showers, and that'll clean your sewage hose out for you. When that's done, close it. And then lastly, pull this one. That'll be for your sink in your outdoor kitchen. Get all the water out of that. Close that up, unhook your hose, and head on home. Again, but thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this MesaRidge for many years to come. Happy camping.